You didn't think I decided we weren't doing any food gifts, right? Welcome back to Painting the Roses Red. It's Becky and Minnie. And day 4 of the 12 days of Christmas in July. So it's early enough that we're practicing a brand new recipe. Something I haven't tried before. Ready for it? Peppermint white chocolate walnut brownies. Okay guys, we're back in the kitchen making brownies. You remember what I told you, right? All the secrets. So here is a little tip about Becky. I have some favorite brands that I really like to use mixes for. And there's different brands that I use for different reasons. This one is a chocolate company, Ghirardelli, and it's one of our favorites in this house, as you can see from that bag there. But I've never tried their brownie mix before. It was on sale this time, so of course I had to snag it up. That leads me into my first tip for you guys. If it's not something that you normally buy and it's on sale, you might want to give it a try, especially if it's a brand that you trust and you really like results that you've gotten from it. Give it a try. And that leads me into something else, especially right now, because most people are thinking, it's summer, we're not going to be, you know, in the kitchen cooking stuff in the oven. But look at that. $1 for this bag. I do have to say that the expiration, or the best buy date on the package, or best use by date, I guess, is the end of this month. But those freeze so good. It's amazing. We had talked about that before in a previous video. It's fresh out of the bag in the freezer. It keeps it for quite a bit of time. But even more than that, it gives you the opportunity to taste it, try out the recipe that you're wanting to use for the holidays, and decide whether or not you want to invest not only the time, but in the recipe. Because guess what? Sometimes you try a recipe and it's a flop. But it's brownies. So can that really happen? So for this recipe, it's just like most brownie batters. You need water, you need a little bit of vegetable oil, and an egg. So in this recipe, we are adding a 1/4 cup of walnuts, 1/4 cup of the peppermint chunks, and also a 1/4 cup of white chocolate chips. And I just put it all in one little 1/2 cup. Plus, the box does say that it comes with some, so we'll see if they're very generous with them or not. Let's get mixing. Under the bowl, I do have that little non-skid mat so that I don't have to worry about the bowl moving all over. So I just put the mix in. I'm going to add the oil and the water and the egg, and we'll get mixing. So you can sort of see that they mixed the peppermint chunks in with the batter. I'll be honest, if I ate sweets like this, I would be really disappointed. So, guess what? That's why we're adding more. And because nuts, why not? We're nuts. So I'm going to mix these in, and then we're going to get the pan ready to get these in the oven. So if you're wondering, yes, the chunks do get stuck in the whisk, but it takes literally nothing to just use a spatula really quick and get them out. So there you go. They are all nice and mixed. Look at all that. They're so chunky and loaded. Maybe we should call them loaded brownies. So let's get the pan ready so we can get these in the oven. If you remember in one of my previous baking videos, I showed you that I saved these pieces of paper from the butter. And I do that because there's butter residue still left on there. I use these to butter casseroles and baking dishes because really it's just that little smear of butter that you need, and why waste it if you don't have to. You can use it later. So my other tip also is making a little sleeve. So what we're going to do is we're going to butter the dish itself, put the baking paper down, and then butter over the top of this so that whenever the brownies are done, we can literally just pick this up and the brownies will come out of the pan. So just like that, it is all coated. And if you don't remember that tip, after I use the stick of butter, I save this paper and I put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer. So here we go. I lay this sleeve in just like that, and then I'm going to just grease this section again and then put the other piece in, and we'll be ready to pour the batter in. So now it's all greased and ready to go. We can get the batter right in and get it in the oven. There we go. She's all ready to go in. They are all done, and they are just about ready to take out. They did take about an extra 15 minutes because we added all those chips, so it added a lot of extra moisture. But oh my gosh, I don't eat brownies, but somebody in this house is going to be very excited. Quick, we're going to take this out of the pan and put it right onto the cooling rack. So we took it out of the pan with these little sleeves. I needed more than one hand, so whoa, did you see that? They're all gooey on the inside. Oh, and a piece fell off. Oh, that's great. So we have just this like little tiny bit of stuff on the corners. Doesn't that look amazing? So, full disclosure, I do have a sugar allergy, so I cannot eat this stuff anymore. But because I'm a baker and I absolutely love making all of this stuff, I love to bake it and shower other people with it because I know how much they enjoy it. And Josh is a sweets fan, so he is going to be very happy, and I am sure there's going to be plenty to share. I hope you're having a very blessed day wherever you are, and we'll see you soon. Bye!